Okay, so you're standing in front of a wall of screens at your local electronics store, more realistically, staring at an overwhelming grid of online reviews and tech specs, wondering, what the hell is the difference between OLED and QLED, and why does it feel like picking a TV is harder than picking a college major? Let's get one thing out of the way. The tech world loves to confuse you. They throw around acronyms like confetti, OLED, QLED, HDR, VRR, HDMI 2.1. You nod along, pretending to understand, and suddenly you're convinced you need infinite contrast and 2000 nits of brightness to enjoy Bake Off in your pajamas. But here's the truth.
If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Your feedback helps shape what we cover next, and you being here keeps the conversation going. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
The fact that you only really watch TV at 11 p.m. with the lights off and a snack you swore you weren't going to eat. So let's cut through the marketing and talk real talk. First, what are OLED and QLED? Quick crash course. OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. Each pixel lights itself up. It's like every pixel is its own tiny flashlight. This means when it wants to show black, it turns off completely. Result: perfect blacks, deep contrast, cinematic vibes. It's like having a tiny IMAX theater in your living room if that theater was very picky about lighting. QLED, on the other hand, is Quantum Dot Light Emitting Diode. Sounds fancy, right? It's basically LED backlit TV tech on steroids. The screen is backlit, but the quantum dots help with color and brightness. These things can get bright. Like, blindingly bright if you max it out, which sounds fun, until your eyes water during a snowy scene in Game of Thrones. But here's the part that doesn't make it into most product descriptions. Neither one is better for everyone. They're better for different kinds of people. Let's break it down. The OLED lifestyle. OLED is the choice for the aesthetes, the movie buffs, the night owls, the people who want their blacks black, their shadows inky, and their contrast ratios so deep it feels like you could fall into them. If your idea of a good time is dimming the lights, queuing up something moody, and getting completely lost in the story, OLED is made for you. Because OLED doesn't just show the picture, it disappears. The screen melts into the background. Blacks are black, not gray, not darkish. Actual, no light, total blackout black. The picture pops in a way that QLED simply can't match in the dark. But here's the flip side. OLEDs don't love bright rooms, sunlight, glare, kids swinging the curtains wide open mid-episode. OLED says absolutely not. These panels are reflective, not glassy like your phone, but they do not perform well with daylight pouring in. And then there's burn-in. Yep, that myth you've heard. It's not totally made up. OLED discs can experience image retention if you leave static images like a news ticker or game HUD on for too long. But modern OLED discs have smart features that actively prevent this. Pixel shifting, screen refresh cycles. If you treat your OLED like a TV and not a museum piece, it'll be fine. Unless, of course, you leave CNN running 24/7. QLED, the practical powerhouse. QLED is your go-to if your living room doubles as a sunroom or a battlefield. It's for families. It's for chaos. It's for households with unpredictable lighting and sticky fingers. You've got toddlers. QLED's brightness cuts through afternoon sunlight like a lightsaber. You've got pets? No problem. You leave it on all day in the background. QLED doesn't care. Brightness is where QLED wins, hands down. And that's huge if your room is full of windows or if you watch TV mostly during the day. No reflections, no fading, just consistently punchy, colorful picture that doesn't require blackout curtains. Also, it's tough. There's no risk of burn-in. So if you're gaming, watching news channels, or just have a favorite show you loop endlessly high, The Office fans, QLED holds up. And while it may not have OLED's absolute black levels, it gets really close, especially the high-end QLED discs with local dimming and anti-reflective coatings. Unless you're sitting in total darkness comparing both side by side, and why would you? You might not notice the difference. Let's talk gaming. This is where it gets spicy. OLED has almost zero input lag. That means your controller and your screen are in perfect sync. Every headshot, every dodge, every Mario Kart drift. Instant. It's like the screen is reading your mind. And because each pixel refreshes independently, there's no ghosting, no smearing, just buttery smooth motion. QLED isn't bad for gaming, it's improved a ton. High refresh rates? Check. HDR? Check. Low latency modes? Check. But if you're serious about responsiveness, especially in fast-paced titles, OLED feels different. It's more immersive. You're in it, not watching it. The trade-off. Again, static elements. Game menus, health bars. These can theoretically cause image retention on OLEDs over very long periods. Not a huge deal, but if you're gaming for 6 hours a day on the same screen, QLED might be safer in the long run. The human factor that no one talks about. Here's the thing no spec sheet will ever show you. The emotional impact of your TV. Does it pull you in? Does it disappear when you're watching your favorite movie? Does it feel right in your space? Because the best TV isn't the one with the most features. It's the one you forget is even there. It's the one that fits into your life so seamlessly that it becomes a part of your daily rhythm. And that's where context matters more than contrast ratio. Do you mostly watch TV at night, alone, with the lights dimmed? OLED. Do you have a loud, unpredictable household? Lots of light, lots of movement. QLED. Are you a gamer who plays fast, flashy titles? OLED. Are you putting something on for the kids in the middle of a sunny afternoon? QLED. There's no better. There's only better for you. The industry wants you confused, and let's not pretend this confusion is accidental. The TV industry thrives on keeping consumers overwhelmed. Every year, it's a new acronym, a new revolution, a new reason to upgrade. MicroLED, Neo QLED, Evo OLED, you name it. But here's the hard truth. Most of those features, marginal. They make slight differences that only show up in side-by-side comparisons in showroom lighting or YouTube charts. You don't live in a showroom. You live in a home. And your TV shouldn't be an ongoing science experiment. It should be a window to joy, comfort, stories, connection. It should help you feel, not stress about brightness, tones, and pixel density. So, what should you actually do? Walk into your living room. Sit where you usually sit. Look around. What time of day do you usually watch TV? How much light is in the room? How often do you game, stream, or binge watch? Now forget the acronyms. Forget the hype. Ask yourself, what would actually enhance this space? That's your answer. If that's OLED, amazing. Welcome to cinematic paradise. If it's QLED, perfect. You're going to love the practicality and brightness. But make the choice for you. Not because someone on Reddit said OLED is king. Not because a salesman said quantum like it was magic. Choose based on your life. Because in the end, it's not about pixels or panels. It's about presence. The moments where you lose yourself in a story. Where you laugh with your family. Where you sit in silence and just watch. That's what a good TV gives you. Not perfection. Immersion. And that's worth way more than any spec sheet. Alright, you've made it this far. You've absorbed the crash course in OLED and QLED. You've looked around your living room with a new sense of clarity. And maybe you're starting to see past the buzzwords and showroom dazzle. But let's go deeper. Because here's the dirty little secret of the TV world. Most people end up buying the wrong TV for the wrong reasons. Why? Because we've been trained to think like tech reviewers instead of actual human beings. We start talking like engineers. Local dimming zones, color volume, peak net output. We start obsessing over comparison charts from YouTubers filming in controlled labs with soundproof walls and custom lighting setups when your TV is going to sit 5 feet from your cat's litter box and 2 feet from a window you forgot to cover with blackout curtains. You don't need a lab. You need a TV that doesn't make you squint during daytime soccer matches. A TV that doesn't feel like it's auditioning for a role in a Marvel movie every time you switch input sources. You need peace of mind. Not panic over whether your OLED panel has uniformity issues in the upper left corner that you'll never even notice while watching the Great British Bake Off. So let's make this real. Scenario time, OLED versus QLED in the wild. Let's say you've got a cozy apartment with soft lighting, blackout curtains, and you mostly watch at night. You're a bit of a cinephile. You love moody shows like Breaking Bad, Mindhunter, Blade Runner 2049, basically anything that lives in the shadows. OLED is your soulmate. Why? Because those shows need contrast. They live in the blacks. With OLED, you're not seeing washed out grays or distracting backlight bleed. You're getting exactly what the director intended. It's like sitting in a miniature theater where every scene looks like art. But flip the setting. Now you've got a big family room. Open concept kitchen. Windows that bathe the room in sunlight no matter what time of day it is. Kids watching cartoons at 3 p.m. while you're doing laundry. Someone always walking in front of the screen. QLED will save your sanity. Because QLED doesn't just survive in that environment, it thrives. It cuts through glare. It looks crisp even when the sun is bouncing off your coffee table. It handles sticky fingers, chaotic schedules, and Saturday morning cereal spills like a champ. You'll lose a bit of that magical old depth, sure. But you'll gain something just as important: reliability. The emotional truth. This might sound dramatic, but hear me out. A TV is a portal. It's not just a screen. It's where we go to escape, to laugh, to cry, to feel. It's where couples curl up and binge something ridiculous. Where parents bond with kids over animated animals singing songs. Where friends gather for sports games that feel like life and death for a few hours. You're not just buying hardware. You're choosing how you experience stories. So the real question becomes, what kind of portal are you building? If you want to lose yourself in the beauty of cinema, OLED is unbeatable. If you want something that just works no matter what life throws at it, QLED's got your back. And if your home is a bit of both, well, there are hybrid models now that blur the lines. But again, we're not here to complicate. We're here to clarify. The myth of future-proof. Let's talk about another marketing trap. The idea of future-proofing. This is the industry's favorite guilt tactic. Oh, you don't want this year's model with insert confusing acronym here. What if your content isn't optimized for HDR10 plus Ultra SuperX 2 in 3 years? You'll be obsolete. Listen, stop right there. Future-proofing is a myth designed to keep you upgrading forever. The truth is, content evolves slower than hardware. Unless you're literally shooting cinematic films or gaming at a pro level, you're not going to notice half the things they claim are essential. Most people are still watching 180p content on a 4K TV and loving it, because what matters most isn't the input, it's the experience. If the image moves you, if the sound wraps around you, if the story grabs your soul for 40 minutes and doesn't let go, that's the future, that's the present, that's everything. Don't let fear of missing out drive you into buying something you don't need. The burn-in boogeyman. Let's clear this one up for good. Yes, OLED can get burn-in. But unless you're leaving your screen on all day with the exact same image like a news ticker, stock exchange display, or menu screen, it's not going to be an issue. Modern OLEDs have all kinds of protections built in. Pixel shifting, logo dimming, screen refresh cycles. Unless you're intentionally abusing your screen, or gaming with the same static HUD every single day for years, you're fine. It's like worrying your fridge will catch fire because you left the door open for 10 seconds. Technically possible. Realistically, no. If you want OLED and burn-in is your only hang-up, relax. Technology has caught up. Okay, but what about brands? Honestly, don't overthink it. Yes, there are tiers. LG and Sony make some of the best OLEDs. Samsung dominates in QLED, though they call their newer versions Neo-QLED just to keep you guessing. TCL and Hisense are doing amazing things for budget shoppers. But once you've picked a technology and know your needs, the brand becomes secondary. Stick with a reputable name. Read a couple of recent reviews, not the 2019 article your cousin dug up. Make sure it has the ports and features you care about, HDMI to 0.1 if you're gaming, for example. That's it. Don't chase brand loyalty like it's religion. Your TV isn't a personality trait. The final thought, choose like a human. At the end of the day, this whole OLED versus QLED debate has one fatal flaw. It assumes you're a spec sheet with eyes. But you're not. You're a person. You have quirks, habits, mess. Light that streams in the window at weird angles. A dog that barks when the doorbell rings. A weird favorite show you rewatch every winter. You don't need the best TV. You need your TV. The one that fits your life. That shows up for the quiet nights. That brings you laughter when you need it. That makes you feel like you're somewhere else when you can't actually be somewhere else. And that choice, it doesn't come from specs. It comes from presence. From asking, honestly, what do I want to feel when I sit down in front of this thing? Do you want to be swept away? OLED. Do you want something resilient, day or night? QLED. Do you want peace of mind, or a touch of magic? Do you want cinematic depth, or everyday brightness? You don't need a reviewer to tell you. You already know. Trust that. And then finally, enjoy your damn TV. Make popcorn. Cue up your favorite movie. Watch the opening credits roll. And smile, knowing you didn't just buy another screen. You chose the right portal. And here you are. The research is done. The debates are over. The spec comparisons, the YouTube rabbit holes, the Reddit forums that somehow made everything more confusing, all behind you. Now it's just you and the decision. But let's be honest, this wasn't just about pixels or price points. It never was. This whole OLED versus QLED saga. It's really about what kind of experience you're choosing to create. Because a TV isn't just a gadget. It's a portal, remember? It's a backdrop for memories, for Sunday night traditions, For lazy mornings and rainy afternoons. It's there when you need to escape, when you want to feel something, when you're with people you love or alone and just need a break from the noise. It's where you go to laugh uncontrollably, to gasp at plot twists, to cry over characters you've known for 5 seasons. And that's what matters. Not the 0.01 milliseconds difference in response time. Not the theoretical risk of burn-in that your friend's cousin read about once. Not the logo in the corner or the year it was released. What matters is that moment when you sink into the couch, exhale, and disappear into a story. That's what you're buying. That's what you're investing in. So whether you choose OLED and its deep, velvety blacks that make every night feel like a trip to the theater, or you go with QLED and its dazzling, can't handle anything brightness that laughs in the face of daylight, choose it with confidence. Because now you get it. You see through the noise. You've stopped shopping like a spec sheet junkie and started choosing like a human being with a real home, a real life, and a real need for connection and comfort. So take the leap. Click buy. Wheel it out of the store with pride. Then go home, unwrap it, set it up, and let yourself get completely, beautifully lost in whatever comes next on screen. You've earned it. And this time, you picked exactly right. The moment that box arrives, whether it's being wheeled into your living room on a dolly or dropped off unceremoniously by a delivery driver who clearly doesn't understand the life decision you just made, it hits you. This is it. No more comparison tabs. No more screen size calculators. No more Googling, do I need Dolby Vision if I only watch Netflix? You're done. This isn't just a TV. It's a choice. One rooted not in marketing or peer pressure or the latest trend, but in how you actually live your life. And let's be honest, unboxing a new TV is almost spiritual. The crinkle of the plastic wrap, the soft foam coming off in perfect slabs, that sleek, pristine black mirror staring back at you like it knows it's about to become the centerpiece of your entire downtime existence. You plug it in. You do the dance of HDMI ports and settings menus. You connect the Wi-Fi. You adjust the picture mode, cinema, vivid, standard, and spend way too long deciding which one makes your favorite show pop just right. And then it happens. The first scene fades in. Maybe it's a slow pan over a cityscape. Maybe it's a game booting up with bass-heavy music and pulsing neon. Maybe it's just a rerun you've seen 100 times but somehow looks completely different now. And you feel it. That sense of immersion. Of presence. Of yes, this is why I bought this. Not for the acronyms. Not for the flex. But for this. The quiet awe of perfect blacks. The jaw-dropping color in broad daylight. The way everything just feels smoother, sharper, more alive. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, you're officially part of the small percentage of people who don't just click away, and that means a lot. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me your thoughts, your ideas, or even what you'd like to see next. I read every single one of them, and your feedback genuinely shapes the direction of this channel. If you enjoyed the video, tap that like button. It tells YouTube this content is worth sharing. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next upload. We've got more exciting videos coming, and trust me, you'll want to be here for them. This channel is just getting started, and your support helps it grow faster than you realize. Thank you again for spending a part of your day here with me. Stay curious, stay motivated, and as always, take care of yourself. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.